So established titles apparently has a lot in common with herpes, in that both of them are forever. There's no cure. You can't really do much about them. Once you get them, they're there. Now, they may go away for a while, but eventually they're going to show back up and when you least expect them. And they're going to ruin your day. And that's exactly what has happened with established titles, as established titles is now back running sponsorships on YouTube creators' channels all over YouTube. Now, I will say there's a lot less creators obviously promoting it now than there was in 2022 before I exposed them. Back then, there were hundreds, potentially thousands of large channels. Pretty much any channel, not all channels, but a large percentage of channels with over 500K subs, many million plus channels were promoting this company all over YouTube. And then when I put out my video, a lot of them stopped. But, you know, established titles tried to push back, said this is fake news, you know what you're talking about, Scott. And then I put out a second and third video, and Legal Eagle also put out an excellent video. And we showed that they are, you know, they were running ads on Facebook that they were lying to people saying that you could legally become a lord and lady. Now, after I put that second video out, they immediately pulled all those ads off of Facebook. And then they decided to tell creators that they're no longer going to be sponsoring creators through the end of the year 2022. So they stopped for December, but apparently they're back in 2023. They want to give it another go. And I actually didn't think this would happen. I thought possibly established titles could exist, you know, trying to run ads on Facebook and Instagram. I really didn't think that like 2.5 months later, they would again try and sponsor a bunch of channels on YouTube. I really didn't think that would happen. Now, like I said, there's not a lot of creators who are currently running sponsorship for them. Before it was hundreds. As far as I know, I've found 6 total channels, 6, with over 1 million subscribers that are currently running sponsorships for established titles. And I'm not going to make another list. A lot of people had a problem with that. Oh, you made a list calling out all these creators. At this point, everyone knows it's a scam. So if these large creators want to be sponsored by established titles, they're perfectly, they can do that if they want. But basically, they're choosing their integrity over the bag of money that established titles is trying to throw at them. And they're like, you know what? My integrity, I'm going to chuck that right out the window. I want that bag of cash. Give me that blood money, established titles. So, you know, it's up to every creator if they want to decide to continue to work with this company. I think it's going to hurt your brand in the long run, but you can certainly do that. So in this video, I want to show you that established titles has apparently learned absolutely nothing from, you know, being called out as a scam. Basically, they just hid the evidence that they were running those ads saying you legally become a lord and lady, and they made some minor modifications to their website to try and make it appear that, oh yeah, it's all just a joke, guys. But what they are telling people, what they are telling creators to say on YouTube is still very misleading. Now, we're going to look at one creator, Paul Joseph Watson, and I'm not really trying to put this creator on blast or any creators who are still running ads or sponsorships for this company. They can do whatever they want. This is more to show you the ad read that he's going to read in this new video. And what I want to go over with the ad read is that if you don't know with ad reads, all of these creators, when they do an ad read, they have to show this to the company before they put it live in their video. So Established Titles has approved every single word that this guy says in the ad read that he goes for Established Titles in his latest video, right? So they're saying, yeah, everything you said, completely legal. Go ahead, go and say all of it. And they're still peddling false information. So I want to bring up some things with this ad read.
Lord Watson. It just sounds right, doesn't it? Sounds like it was meant to be. Established Titles is an entertaining novelty gift that helps preserve the natural woodlands of Scotland.
All right, so one thing I want to point out is that all the creators that are still running sponsorships make to point out that it is a fun novelty gift, right? And that was not something that most creators were saying that in their sponsored reads before all of this story broke. That's something you will always see now. Fun novelty gift, right? And, you know, that's one step in the right direction, but I still think that's very misleading as to what it actually is, because they don't go over the fact that you're not actually getting any land, you don't get a lord or lady title, all of that's fake. Basically, they're just like, hey, give us $50, we'll give you a PDF that means nothing, and then we'll use $1 of your money to plant a tree. So let's keep going.
Impress and stand out from the rest by using Lord or Lady on your credit card, dating profile, or plane ticket.
Okay, so right there, they say that you can change your name on your credit card to Lord or Lady. Now there's another creator, Pleasant Grain. He actually did a video about this 2 months ago. He actually interviewed me as well. I'll have a link below to that video, but I want to play a clip from this video where he actually decided to listen to Established Title's advice, saying that he could change his name to Lord or Lady on his credit card, and he actually went to his bank and tried to get Lord put on his credit card, and let's see what happened.
So I guess I really don't own this little plot of land, but I still can call myself a lord, can't I? And can't I change my documents and put Lord on my credit card and impress everyone?
You can put on your credit card, your Costco membership, airplane tickets.
Well, there's one way to find out. So the next day I drive to the bank with said legal document in hand, and I marched in to get the recognition and the respect that I deserved. I told them that I was a landowner in Scotland and that I had a document that labeled me as such, and that I needed that reflected on my credit card. And they told me to take a seat. So I waited, and eventually they came back to deliver the devastating news.
The account is the account name, so not a title, but a name. And so if it is going to become part of your name as on your ID, then once your ID is updated, your old and new ID is legal name change for us, and so we would update the account to match the IDs.
Apparently, the only name that I could put on my credit cards is my legal name. And if I want Lord on my credit card, I'm going to have to legally change my name to Lord. They weren't convinced by my document, so I leave disappointed. This is no way to treat a Scottish lord.
Okay, so right there, you can see that if you go to your bank and try and get Lord and Lady on your credit card, they're going to tell you can't do that. Like, unless that is your legal name, which these, pieces of paper or the PDF that they send you has no legality to it whatsoever. So you can't actually do that. Again, they're misleading people into believing something that is untrue. Now they're telling YouTubers to spread these lies to people. So I don't know why they continue to peddle this trash that is completely untrue. But let's keep going.
And if you're fed up with the boring formulaic gifts of flowers or chocolates, this also makes a great last-minute Valentine's Day surprise. They're currently running a Valentine's Day special sale with up to 80% off.
Okay, so right there, that's another lie they are continuing to sell to consumers online is, hey, we are running a Valentine's Day sale with 80% off. Now, if you look at my old video or if you use Wayback Machine, you'll see that back in November actually, they had an 80% sale, Black Friday sale, right? And what this company does is they continue to use whatever the next US holiday is, because this company, like I said, they're based in Hong Kong, but they primarily are reaching out to US-based customers, so it seems like they go off of US-based holidays. So whatever the next holiday is, there is always an 80% off sale. You can look back at the history of their channel, the history of their website with Wayback Machine, and you'll see there's always an 80% off sale. Now, depending on where you are, that's actually illegal in some parts of the world. So I actually pulled this up from a law firm looking into the FTC guidelines, and it says perpetually advertising something as a sale item qualifies as fraudulent marketing. So they're doing fraudulent marketing, saying their items are on sale, and they're telling creators on YouTube to lie and say, guys, there's a Valentine's Day sale, and I don't know what the next holiday is that they're going to promote, President's Day sale, whatever. There's always an 80% off sale, and the 80% off is what the actual price that they're trying to sell these products at year round, right? That's deceptive marketing. Now, from what I've been able to find out, the FTC generally doesn't prosecute stuff like this because there's a lot of companies that do it. It's not legal to do, but a lot of companies are apparently doing this. So from the actual federal government, they probably won't go after established titles, but what they are setting themselves up for is this is fraudulent marketing, and potentially there could be class action lawsuits that people could file against them for claiming that there's a sale year-round when there clearly is not. This is the actual price. You're misleading people into believing they're getting a great deal when they are not getting a great deal at all, because that's the actual price. So finally, I want to say on their website, Established Titles, it says at the top of the page, most hilarious gift of 2023. Now that didn't exist before my video, so clearly they're trying to make it appear, oh guys, it's just a novelty gift. You should know that, right? And that was not there before my videos. Now at this point, like I said, there's not many creators that are currently promoting established titles. I think it would be very detrimental to your brand to work with this company that is now, they're known scammers. My videos show that they were lying to people, saying you legally become a lord and lady when that's not true at all. Why would anyone want to work with this company? I don't know. And hopefully most will not continue to work with the company. But like I said, there are a few. Not going to make a list. These creators can do what they want. If they want to throw out their integrity for the massive amount of money Established Titles is throwing at them, and it is a massive amount, I've gone over this before, these million-plus channel can get often over $100,000 a month from Established Titles to run ads for their company. So it's a massive bag of cash, and their integrity, they're like, yeah, I don't want this anymore. I'm throwing it out the window. That's a choice every creator has to make for themselves. But I am quite shocked, to be honest with you, that just, 2.5 months later, Established Titles is trying to make another run at being a big sponsor on YouTube. Hopefully this will not catch on. Hopefully it's just going to be a niche product. And I will say that most of these channels that are running ads for running sponsorships for Established Titles, if you actually look through the comments, pretty much all of them have, dozens, if not hundreds of comments of people like, why are you working with Established Titles? They're a scam. Now, some of the creators are taking different approaches. Some of them are actually deleting comments, because I've been there and I've seen those comments a day or two ago, and now they no longer exist, even though they had like hundreds of upvotes. And other creators are running these like bot responses, basically comparing it like, oh, it's no different than, buying a star, which is not true at all. It's a completely different situation. Established Titles misled people into actually believing you own land, you get a real title. None of that is the same as, a stupid star product that they sold 20 years ago. So these creators are well aware of what actually Established Titles is, but, sometimes the money is just too enticing. And you got to get that bag of cash. But I'd love to know your opinions. What do you think about Established Titles returning to YouTube? Are you okay with it? They have made some minor changes, but they're still misleading people and lying about what their product is. They're not running a sale. It's always that price. So let me know below what you think about Established Titles in 2023.